to this plan with me. So I know it's been a minute, yes, but I'm back with a special plan with me. This is going to be a collab with Joia from Just Joia. I will link her YouTube video down in the description box. Please go and watch her video as well. So what we decided to do is to do a collab on like some of our pet peeves in the planner community and just with planning in general, and to talk about those. So I know Joya asked for some like of your pet peeves on Instagram, so we're going to talk about those as well. But I guess first let me talk about, if I can move my head, let's talk about the kit. So we are using the Letters to Apollo Advent Kit. This is from 2021. This is the Advent that Jessica released, and it's a beautiful kit. I want to say this was when she first introduced her newer format. She's made a couple of changes since then, but overall, most of the format is still the same. With the Advent, she sent a lot of extras. So we got a full page of florals, we got trims, different fancy boxes. So I really didn't have to pull like a lot of extra stuff. I was able to get a lot from out of the kit. Here I am starting with my base, my date cover deco, and I use this long washi strip from Sadie Stickers, put some of the what do you call them, the flats, the floral flats at the behind them, and then I dropped the date covers down just a little bit so that I would have enough room there. But so as I continue to lay down the base, get all my boxes set down, I'm going to start with going through some of these pet peeves. So I want to first preface that if I say, something that offends you, I'm so sorry, but these are like my pet peeves. Some of them may be like funny, and then some of them are a little bit more serious. But, just understand that these are things that, just I wish would change. So it's not like anything written in stone. It's just things that I prefer. So, my first pet peeve for this community is the cancel culture. I've noticed that people are, big to just be like, oh, this person did something wrong, let's block them. As if someone can never make a mistake, or someone can never, come back from their mistake. So I think that's something that I would love to see change. I understand that, yes, some people, and let's be clear, some people, that is their personality. And so, yes, given that personality, then okay, maybe that might be someone I want to steer clear of. But I've also feel strongly in giving second chances. I think that's very important. So that is what I'm going to say is my first pet peeve. Second pet peeve is sometimes I've noticed that they like to speak on things as if they're an authority when it's actually something they really don't know anything about, or they're a social media authority and they have no real information, facts, research to back it up. So that's something that also, rubs me the wrong way. Going on to my next thing. So those were like, I guess I saw my heavy things. I'm gonna go ahead and get those out the way. Now let's go on to some of the more lighter things. Okay. So one thing that really gets on my nerves and it will make me not purchase a sticker kit is if you have a boring ass quote. Like, I always look at the quote boxes. I want to see something that's intriguing, something that, doesn't, um, it hasn't been used a lot. I want to see something that shows me that you put some effort into it, not that you like typed in the word and quote next to it into Google and you pulled up the first like SVG that you saw. Like, I want to see some effort into it. One thing is like, so for example, last fall there was the quote, like, how does it go? And summer collapsed into fall or something like that. I had that on 3 different kits. So the way my brain works is I literally had to choose which kit I was going to use because I could not use that quote more than once. Like, it was too much. Like, even the ones that just say like hello fall, hello spring, I'm doing a little better with those. I'm trying to force myself. I was like, okay, if it's fall, it's spring, because in my mind I was like, okay, you can only use this kit like the first day, the week when it's the first day um of that season. So I'm doing a little better with that now. Like, I'm not so stuck on that. But yeah, like, put some effort into the quotes that you put into your boxes. Like, nobody wants to see the same stuff every year, or just like make it make it seem like you put effort into it. Like, I really like Missing Meow because I feel like she does that in her kits. She will find like a whole quote from some. It's almost like it's inspiring. That's what I'm looking for. Um, on the next line of that is sometimes y'all like to use the same kits over and over. Like, you bring them back. 2020, 2021. Then you'd be like, do you want me to reformat this for 2022? No, no, no. Let it go. There's a lot of new art. Let's move on. I mean, it's nice for some kids to come back because, maybe you didn't pick it up the previous year. But over and over, it's like, okay, can we let it go? That's just, that's me. That's me. Another thing that I really don't like is the bows on all the icons. Like, I just want the icon. If I want a bow on it, I can put my own bow on it. Like, I have my own bows, so I really can. I can put my own bow on the icon. Just give me the icon because I want to be able to use the icon without something in the way. And I find that a lot of times the bows are in the way, like when I'm trying to dress up, like with florals and stuff like that. So I have to figure out how to cover it up, that kind of stuff. Um, Let me just stop and talk about what I'm doing with this monthly section, because I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I don't know what y'all think about it. I think it's a hot mess. Um, I literally just took a whole bunch of stickers and just started putting them on top of each other, and it came out to be this. So, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, it's okay, because neither do I. I mean, it's there. That swing is left over from the deco that I used for the Secret Garden kit from Two Little Bees. And I really thought it was going to be, like a perfect little thing to put over there. Um, but I don't know. The execution just didn't execute. Didn't come through for me. But it is, what it is. It's like it's so much stuff. I feel like that you don't really recognize that it's crappy. But it's crappy. but it's so much there that it's like, okay, I guess it doesn't look too bad, but let's be honest, it's crappy. So we'll do better next time. We will. We will. Um, these were also this little what do I call this thing? This divider. This was also in the um this was also in the Advent. So that was part of the Advent that she included. I will say her Advent was really good. I feel like you got a lot in it. Um, I know sometimes people are like, are Advents worth it? I think I want to say how much was hers. It was I can't remember if it was 100 or 120. So it was in between. I'll just say in between 1 to 120. And I feel like yes, because you get like the foil items, you get all of the foil colors. So I would say that yes, it's worth it. And it's all curated, to match each other. So yeah, I got the Advent. I didn't get Letters to Apollo Advent last year. Excuse me, when I say last year, I mean like 2020. And I was very sad that I did not. So 2021, I made sure that I picked up hers. I went a little crazy actually. I got three. I got hers, Sadie's, and Giving Girls. Um, I don't know. I can't really. I feel like they all had great things in all of them, so I can't really say which one was the best. Um, I'd probably say kit wise, this one, Letters to Apollo, had the best kit out of all of those three. But over in my sidebar, I am now adding my dolls, which I like to do. Um, I used two dolls from Red Lyrics this week, and I like I like that her dolls are a little smaller. Well, actually, let me rephrase. She has two sizes of dolls. So I purchased the smaller ones, and I was able to put both of those in one column. And I'm glad because this was a week where I did a lot, like going out with people, with friends. So it kind of made sense to have like two girls in the sidebar, like they're going out somewhere. And then I just took this circle swatch, swatch situation. I layered it with that honey ink starburst behind it, just to put like my happy moments for the week. Going back to planner pet peeves, um, something else that gets on my nerves is if have you ever watched YouTube videos and a person is talking, but there's also music going in the background? So it's like instead of turning the music off, the music, and then just doing your voiceover, the music is still going, but it's just at a lower tone because you're talking. I don't know. That irritates me. It really does. Like I'm just like, just turn the music off and let me hear you, and then turn it back on when you're done. Like I said, like this is not to like, call anybody out. This is just my pet peeves. Like I don't that just irritates me. I just turn it off. I don't know. That I would just prefer for it to be off. But yeah. So here I am showing some things that I did off camera. I added these little dividers under the headers. Those are from the Giving Girl. Those were out of her Advent. Um, and then I added, what was that down there at the bottom? I added some, oh my goodness, can I talk? I added some foil wildflowers over with the two dolls, just to kind of give it a little flair there. But now I'm getting into the day to day. So Monday started off with 2 meetings. Um, Lately at my job, it's been a lot of patient complaints that I've been having to deal with. And so when that happens, then, myself and the administrator, we have to get together with the patient, meet with them, and see how we can rectify the situation. So that's been going on a lot lately. So trying to see what's going on with everybody, pretty much. And then on Monday, I also announced that I am now a member of I really need to ask her because everybody says it differently, and I don't know, and I really want to know like what it is. I don't know if it's meant to or meant you. I don't know. I really don't know. So I hear a lot of people say Mentu. So I'm going to say Mentu Studio. I am now on her PR team. You can go check out my Instagram under my PR team stories, the saved stories that I have. Highlights. Sorry, that's what it's called. Highlights. Under my PR highlights. And it will show you my freebie that I have with her. I decided to go instead of, because I have a lot of foiled freebies. So this time I decided to go with something that was a little bit more of a journaling look. So that way the colors are solid colors that you should be able to use in a kit, but it still has, what am I trying to say? So lately I've noticed that a lot of us are purchasing the journaling kit along with our regular kits. And so I just wanted you to have some journaling pieces that you could use in your spread if you did not purchase the journaling kit. Moving on. And then I also went ahead and purchased our tickets for Jurassic World. I put Jurassic Park, but it's Jurassic World because I am a diehard fan for the movies and I want to be there. The weekend is released. So I got tickets to like one of the nicer theaters that has like the bar and all that kind of stuff in it. And then basically kind of like planned a date night for me and my husband. Because after that, we're going to go to like a Mexican restaurant that's nearby. And, have a cute little day night, whatever. Moving over to Tuesday, it was pre-K picture day. So they were doing spring and cap and gown pictures, y'all. My baby is graduating pre-K. She's going to kindergarten in August. And I feel like my life is over. It's literally my life is over. Because now I'm going to school. I'm going back to school. Because I'm pretty sure if you have kids, you already know that the schoolwork is not for the kids. The parents have to do the schoolwork. So basically, I'm going back to school. I mean, I've already done 18 years of school. And now I guess I'm finna add 12 more to that. Well, I'm not going to say 12 because, she should be able to do her own by the time she starts getting in middle school. But I guess I'm going to say 5. Add 5 more for elementary. That I'm giving up like I gotta worry about getting her on the bus now. I don't even know how we're gonna wake up early in the morning. This is gonna be, y'all pray for me. It's gonna take me a little while to get used to this routine. And I haven't even created the routine yet. So let me enjoy the last days of my summer. Um, okay, anyway, moving on. So Tuesday night, I decided because the weekend before that, what did I do? The weekend before that, that was Mother's Day. Oh yeah. So and Cinco de Mayo. So we had went out and got I got some fajitas, which they were carnitas fajitas. Ugh. And they were so good that I came home and I was like, I want more. So I tried my hand at making my own and wasn't perfect, but I made it like I had to do some little editing to it the next day. But after that, like I was able, I like the way it turned out. I will say though that like I like pico de gallo, and I purchased this pico de gallo from. Did I get it from Kroger or from Publix? Nevertheless, it had too much tomato in it, and I like mine with I like the onions. Like I love onions, so I was looking for the onions, and when I put it on there, and I was like, ugh, this is just nothing but tomato. Yeah, it was not. Um, okay, sorry. Yeah, that when I first made them, it just wasn't. It didn't have enough flavor. So the meat was cooked very well, but it just didn't have enough of the flavor in it. But it turned out fine. Moving on. So I wanted to talk about because we did ask for some of the pet peeves that you guys had. So Joia had asked on her Instagram, and so I'm gonna just mention some of the ones that you guys said, and then my thoughts on it. So the first one was the use of the word dainty, and I find that funny because um, I understand why it can be irritating, but I also understand, why it's used. Um, so like I plan with different style of kits. Sometimes I use more of the clip art, like Darcy and Kitten is Just. But for the most part, I use a lot more of what they consider dainty, air quotes, um, kits. And I guess I feel like it's just to describe a style. Um, that's not necessarily a pet peeve for me, but I do understand how it is a pet peeve for some people. um, and I kind of feel like I might know who said that. Next one that you guys mentioned was paper quality inconsistencies. And this I do understand. Um, Now, I'm not sure if you're talking about paper quality inconsistencies as far as you meaning like every shop has a different paper quality, or when one shop sells different things on different papers. So I would say that's a pet peeve for me because I've ordered from shops before and I've gotten, my items on a type of paper, and then I'll order from them again and it's literally a completely different type of paper. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't see like any type of notification on their site or, on their Instagram saying that they were changing their paper. And then you'll order from them again and it'll be, it'll revert back to something else. And so it's just like, you don't know which one is the actual one you're supposed to be receiving. And that can be frustrating as a consumer because if you like something specifically, you want to be able to continue buying it. But if I'm not sure which one I'm going to get when I do my order, then that makes me more likely to not want to order from you. So I definitely understand that part. As far as shops having different paper quality and consistency, so meaning like every shop has a different type of paper, I get that. It's unfortunately, I guess it's just something that is gonna be there. I like when I go to meetups, planner meetups. A lot of times when people we bring our planners and we'll pass them around, and so that's my time to kind of like feel people's stickers and feel like what the paper is, so that I can decide if I want to spend my money on it. So just a you know note for thought, that might be something that you want to do too. Is just kind of when you're out, when you're with other planners, see what they have. Now, unfortunately, if you're not usually with if you don't meet up with other planners, then you just gonna have to try that one out on your own, I guess. The next one you guys mentioned was on, ooh, all right, so I'm gonna just forewarn you. We're going back into the heavy stuff, okay? So this one says, judging other planners' work or use of stickers, and then judging the choice of their planner. So, all right. I'm going to be honest on this. I am at fault for judging the choice of people's planner. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? So, I've noticed that, sometimes people are still using Erin Condren planners. And my issue is not necessarily with the whole thing from, was that last year? No, that was the year before last. Yeah, from the year, so 2020. That's not necessarily my issue. My issue is that when everyone was using Erin Condren, they always complained about it. They said, we don't like the format. She would never, ever give you the format that you wanted. It was always something that you guys had to white out, to make it work for you. And so when I still see people buying Erin Condren planners and still whiting out stuff, I'm like, why? I just don't understand. Why are you still using that planner and still whiting out stuff when there are so many other planners on the market that have a blank base for you the way you want it to be? Like, that part I just don't understand. Like, you don't even have to go through all of that. So that's just my 2 little cents on that part. Judging other planners' work or their use of stickers. People do that. I mean, I'll look at stuff and be like, oh, okay, that's different. But I mean, that's about it. I mean, like, it's, everybody, the thing about planning is that it is a form of creativity. So you can't expect for everything to be the same. And, people are going to do things that make sense to them and that they like. So why would you do that? I don't understand why. It's kind of a waste. Because, I mean, it doesn't matter if you like it or not, because clearly they liked it. They put it down on the paper. I mean, well, I guess I can't necessarily say that because I clearly put down stuff on this planner earlier that I said I didn't like, but whatever. That's a moot point. You get what I'm saying. All right, I'm going on. I'm moving on. Says next one says stealing ideas. Um I feel like we go through this like every year. So there are, oh man, okay, how do I even talk about this? So I feel like there's a difference between, oh, okay, all right, y'all. Let me see. Let me see how I want to say this. Some things can be original, like to a shop, say they're making something. Some things can be original, like um what are those? Oh, the Giving Girl bowstring boxes. Like those are original to her shop. So if someone were to copy that and put it in their shop, then I could see how people would say, yes, that's stealing ideas. But where I disagree is when it comes to the intellectual ideas. um because how I lay my stickers down, if I copy that, I don't consider that, like if someone else copies how I lay my stickers down, or if I copy how somebody else lays their stickers down, I don't consider that stealing ideas. Um, and I also don't like, if a person doesn't say, like, I don't believe that a person has to credit someone for that either. If they do, that's fine. But I don't feel that you have to be like, oh, well, I saw such and such do their stickers like this, so I copied them. Because this is why I say I don't feel you need to do that. Because just because you saw someone do that doesn't mean that they were the first person to do it. They were the first person you saw do it. And most likely there was somebody else who did it as well. You just didn't see them do it. So that's why I don't feel the need, like when it comes to intellectual ideas, I'm just like, I mean, it's fine for you to say who, you saw do it, and you can even tag, where you saw it at, all that kind of stuff. But I guess where I disagree is when they be like, oh, I saw such and such originated this idea. How do you know that? How do you really know? Have you checked every single planner person to see if someone else originated that idea? The answer is no. Don't even try and say maybe, no, no. The answer is no. So I just say, I don't have a problem when it comes to intellectual ideas. I don't think that's possible for you to really steal. I just don't. When it comes to like how we lay our stickers down and, being, um, what's the word? Being original, coming up with new ideas, I just don't think. Now, like I said, there may be a couple instances where you can identify, someone who has come up with something new and original, and that's fine. But I also feel like it's possible for someone else to have also originated that idea. Maybe you guys were on the same wavelength, you know? So I just don't see what's like the deal, getting mad about that, getting all bent out of shape. I just don't get it. That's just me. Y'all don't have to agree. I'm just saying. All right. And one of the other things, and I'm not quite sure if I understand this, so I'm just going to speak on what I think you're saying. So it says pet peeve is split boxes of the monthly calendar. Monthly calendar. It says end of the month. So what I'm assuming this means is like how when you have a monthly kit and those empty Like the last couple of boxes, they can be at the top or at the bottom, where there's no date. Sometimes some people will make those in squares for each one, and then some people will make it like a whole strip if it's for that specific month and year. So I'm thinking that's what the person is referring to, and I could be wrong. I don't know. Me, honestly, it doesn't bother me, and you want to know why? Because I don't do monthlies. um, so yeah, I last year I was doing monthlies, and this year I'm not. I just decided that monthlies were stressing me out. They did not bring me joy, as Marie Kondo says, and so I Marie Kondoed them up out my life. Okay. This year, I said I was not going to do a monthly, and we are in May, and I have not done one monthly. Now, what I will say is that I do have the monthlies in my, I do have monthly inserts, and I would like to figure out some way to use them, but it definitely will not be how I was using them previously. And I'm not in any type of rush to figure that out. So if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. You know, it just is what it is. All right, so let me get back to the kit because we are all the way on Thursday, and this week is going to be pretty much done soon. So let's see. I know we talked about Tuesday, and so Wednesday was kind of blah, to be honest. This last that week and the week before were like really hard weeks for me. Um, like y'all, I was at the point where I was just like, do I want to keep working this job? Like, I like my job, I do, but I was just feeling like maybe this just wasn't like the location where I was at, the company where I'm with just wasn't for me. Like maybe I should try something different within that same field. So I was just really in my feelings. So when I came home on Wednesday, I wasn't even interested in, like, usually my husband, like, we watch some type of show. I just wasn't interested. I just wanted to go to the bed and just kind of decompress, I guess. So I got my iPad, and so I started reading this book called Girl Alone. I need to pick it back up and finish it. But it was really good story so far. Then moving on to Thursday, I've had like buku of online trainings that are due because I don't even want to like. Basically, I started the trainings and they were deleted by my boss. She re-entered them for everyone, and so everything that I did was gone. So I had to redo all my trainings. Moving on, I scheduled a dental appointment for my daughter because, as I said earlier, she's going to kindergarten, and I have to get that checked off on her paperwork for registration. So I scheduled her a dental appointment. Like, I know that she should have went to the dentist when she was like 3 years old, but that was like all in COVID, so I was in no rush. I was not. But we're here now. We have to do it, so I went ahead and scheduled that appointment. And Thursday was Tiffany's birthday. If you don't know who Tiffany is planned on It 39 on Instagram. And Tiff is just, she has the best heart. She really does. Tiff is really cool. So I actually, have I even gotten to that part? Let me. Okay, yeah, I did. So I marked, I forgot that Birch and Birdie had made a sticker for Tiffany. So I actually took that sticker with the balloons and put it there for her birthday. And then that night, I just played the Switch with my daughter. It's actually been a minute since we had picked up the Switch. So I was like, hey, I spent this money for it. I need to play it. So me and her, we played on the Switch. And then Friday, I took the day off, you guys, because um, Tiffany wanted to go to this place called Breakfast at Barney's, and I've been wanting to go myself. Me and hubby had planned to go, but we went, and the line was wrapped around the building, and so we was like, nope, yeah, we'll just have to try to come back. And we never got back around to it. So since we were going in during the week, I figured this would be a great time to go. So we wouldn't have to wait. So we all, Tiffany, myself, Shanice, Marche, if you know Marche from Honeybee Plans, we all went to breakfast at Barney's, had some great food, good drinks. It was so funny because we went there at like 9 o'clock in the morning, y'all. And so Shanice is like, I don't think we can drink this. It's too early in the morning to drink. I was like, whatever. Order me up now. Starting my weekend now is 5 o'clock somewhere. So we got drinks. That was nice. Very nice. It has a really great ambiance in there. Very nice place. Definitely recommend. And then after that, Tiffany and Marche and myself, we went to a local shop area called Atlantic Station. And so we walked around, returned a couple things. I think both of us had things that we needed to return. So did some shopping, that kind of stuff. And then we finished up the afternoon by going to Cirque Daiquiri Bar, which serves daiquiris. So I guess I would compare it to, so they do daiquiris like Wet Willie's does. Wet Willie's and what's the other one? I can't. Well, you guys know the other one. Fat Tuesdays, that's what. So they do daiquiris like that, but they have like a full menu of food for you to eat. Pretty nice inside, outside. They play music, all that kind of stuff. So we're there, met up with our friend Courtney, had a really nice time there. And then I had no more room to mark what happened for the rest of the day. So those are the main things. Moving on. Saturday, I woke up that morning because one of my friends, she recently went through the training for yoga to be a yoga instructor, and so she was doing her evaluation for her aerial yoga certification. So I went. She did a aerial yoga class, and you might have saw. I posted it on my stories, but it was really cool. That was my first time doing that, and so you guys, you know, I've never done anything like that, so I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know, um, about the what do you call it, the cloth and all that kind of stuff. But it was really cool. Um, she did really great as far as talking us through each step, everything that we were supposed to do so that we didn't hurt ourselves. Because when you're up in the air, there's certain ways that you need to keep your legs and your body so that you don't fall out of the swing. So that was really nice. I definitely can't wait till she does another class. I will be going back. Looking forward to that. After that, I stopped by Smoothie King because after doing workout, I was definitely ready for a smoothie. So it got me a nice pineapple, mango, something, peach. I don't know. It was orange. I know it had mango in it. As long as it has mango, I'm good. So I got me a smoothie. And then because where the class was is like an hour away from my house. So I stopped at Goodwill, did a check around that Goodwill. It was a Krispy Kreme there, so I stopped and got some donuts because unfortunately there's not a Krispy Kreme close to myself. And then when I got home, I took a long bath, soaked in my bathtub. My husband got me I asked for, I don't know what you call them, but you put them on your tub so that you can have like your wine glass, your book, or your iPad there in front of you. and it holds everything on the tub. He asked for that for Mother's Day, so he got me that. So I made use of that in the bath. Had a really nice bath, and then I finished up by watching. I want to say I think it's called 365 Days After the second, but anyway, it's the second installation of 365 Days, and I'm just gonna say that it could have been better. It could have been better. The way it ended was sucky. Of course, there is another installation. There's another book installation, so I'm pretty sure they're going to do another movie. And I was reading, trying to find out about that book. And I'm not going to do any spoilers, but I'm just like, what? That's what happens? Okay. And then Sunday, we got up and went to a Braves game. You guys, whew, Lord, man. Okay, so we went to the Braves game, and it was hot, of course. And so I went and I got a drink. I got a margarita, and it was a margarita can. I don't usually do anything in a can, but you're at the ball game, so mostly they have beer, and I don't drink beer. So I got this margarita. And then I ate. I had a big juicy hamburger. It was so good. But y'all, I don't know, between the margarita and the sun, that margarita took my ass out. Like I was not drunk, but I just felt like I couldn't function. So when I got home, I took the longest nap because I was so exhausted. Took a nap. Even my husband, he did the same thing. Like we both came home and just took a nap. And then, of course, I wasn't cooking when I woke up, so we got Chinese food to end the night. And that is the end of this beautiful collab spread using Letters to Apollo with Joia. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you soon.